All right, here's an example of a double radical equation. First rule, isolate one of the radicals. I'm going to pick this first one. I'll move this to the other side. Currently it's negative. It moves to the other side. It'll become positive. So it'll be 3 plus the root of x minus 6. Now that I've isolated one, I can square this side, and that'll cancel, so it'll be x plus 15 only. But if I square that side, I have to square this side. And when you square it, I could put a 2 there, or I could just write another one there. Okay? Now I'm going to FOIL that. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times that will be a positive 3 root x minus 6. This times this, another 3 root x minus 6. This times this would be root x minus 6 times root x minus 6, which is the same as root of x minus 6 all squared, which when you cancel, you just are left with that. So I can write here plus just plain x minus 6. Okay, now gather like terms. So these two are the same, so I can add those together and call it 6 root x minus 6. And then I'm going to take everything else to the other side. I'm doing this so I can isolate the radical on one side. So I have an x plus 15, and then if I move the 9 over, it'll be a minus 9. Move the x over, it's a minus x. And move the negative 6 over, it'll become a positive 6. Okay, I think I'm okay. Now x take away x, those cancel. Interesting. 15 take away 9 is 6, and 6 plus 6 is 12. So this is what I have so far. I could square things as they sit, but because 12 is divisible by 6, I'm just going to divide both sides by 6 just to simplify it a little bit. So I'll get 2 is equal to the square root of x minus 6. Now I'll square both sides. So I'll square this, square this. When I square the right side, this cancels just to be an x minus 6. And this side will be a 4. Oh, this is a nice one. And then I'll add 6 to both sides, so I come up with x equaling 10. Now, in the question, they also said check all proposed solutions. So let's just take and see if we get that same answer. So let me write the question down again. So it was root x plus 15 minus root x minus 6 is equal to 3. And I'm proposing that x is 10. So let's plug in a 10 there for x. We'll put a 10 in there for x. And we're hoping that that comes out to 3. 10 plus 15 is 25. And the square root of that is 5. 10 minus 6 is 4. And the square root of that is 2. And 5 take away 2 does indeed give me 3. Therefore, 10 is the correct answer. Hopefully that helps you out with number 10.